Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the show, Coffee Chats AM. It is Monday, Memorial Day, May 27th. I'm your host, Bob, and welcome back to another episode. This is going to be episode 7, our official third week of the show. Today is Memorial Day, so no work, no responsibilities really. We've been having a weekend by the pool with friends, cooking, hamburgers, steak. We had a lot of good food this weekend, so I hope you guys are doing the same. I know the weather has not been the best today, at least in the Northeast. I'm down here in Florida where we have been by the pool and boating and things like that for a while. So I hope everybody has a great Memorial Day, remembering those who have fallen for us, that we can live this luxury life here in the United States of America. So let's get into the show. First topic I wanted to talk to you guys about today is the NBA conference finals are almost about wrapped up here. First game I'm going to touch on is game 3 of Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Dallas Mavericks, where the Dallas Mavericks beat them to take a 3-0 lead in the conference finals. And I'm just going to say that the Dallas Mavericks have looked like a championship team in this series. The Timberwolves have not had an answer for Luka and Kyrie. Once they hit them with the pick and roll and get Gobert on Luka, they just have not had an answer, and they're just getting their way with them. So just be on the lookout for Game 4 tomorrow. I think Dallas is going to close out the series and get back to the NBA Finals where they haven't been in a long time. I think 2010 maybe, that year when Dirk Nowitzki beat the LeBron D-Wade Dream Team down in Miami. So be on the lookout for that. Second part, I wanted to talk about the Eastern Conference Finals, where Game 4 of that will be taking place. The Boston Celtics look to close out the Indiana Pacers. Another one where the Boston Celtics have looked like a championship team, and the Pacers have just not had an answer for them. Drew Holiday had a Game 3 for the ages, and really, I mean, this team is loaded. You know, if Tatum doesn't have a good night, you have guys like Drew Holiday and Al Horford stepping up, hitting big shots. And I just don't think the Pacers have enough firepower to keep up with them. So be on the lookout. That's tonight, Monday, 8 o'clock, Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Okay, my next topic, I don't have that much information on. It was just a news headline that I saw, and that a lot of people travel, so a lot of people are interested in things like this, that there were 12 injured during a turbulence event on Qatar Airlines from Qatar to Dublin, Ireland. And, there has to be some pretty serious turbulence to have 12 people rush to the hospital as soon as the plane lands. I know some people are scared of flying and things like that, but from myself, I've never experienced turbulence that bad where people were actually injured. So I can't really wrap my head around, what exactly happened on that flight for people to be hitting either their heads or getting thrown out of their seats. I really don't know. I wasn't on board of a flight that ever had that bad of turbulence. So if you've ever been on a plane that has had that bad of turbulence and people were injured, please comment below. I would like to hear the stories of kind of like what happens. But yeah, that's a sad one coming out of Qatar Airlines on the flight to Dublin. The final topic I wanted to touch on is kind of one that I saw yesterday, and I gave an article a read on Apple News, and I just thought it was interesting, kind of wanted to touch on it. And that is that home insurance on your home used to be a must for people, especially people down here in Florida where I live. But as of recently, that has been changing. People are not buying home insurance at the rates they used to. I saw some numbers in the report that I was reading the other day, and it was that in 2019, 5% of people across America did not have home insurance. Now, in 2022, that number rose to 12%, almost a 7% increase in just 3 years. You could maybe say something, COVID had to do that. People were kind of out of jobs and people weren't able to pay. But in 2023, that number rose to 14%. So what the report was saying, that people every year are, cutting out home insurance out of their budget. Another thing I saw about this is that the climate change, that the ongoing natural disasters that have been happening across the United States is increasing these home insurance. So You can see the tornadoes out in the Midwest, wildfires out west in California, in Hawaii, things like that, and then hurricanes down in the south in Florida, Louisiana, Texas. You could see that we've been having a higher hurricane rate over the past couple of years and expected to have an even higher one this year. So those are some things that I saw that kind of makes sense on why home insurance is going up with the inflation running rampant over the country the past couple of years. Everything is just more expensive, and people just have to cut out some things, especially if you're in a low risk area where your home is not susceptible to floods or fires. People have been cutting back on home insurance. I don't know if this is exactly a bad thing. I mean, for those people, if something did happen, flooding happens in your home and you don't have home insurance, of course, that's a disaster. People are going to have to pay tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars to get their home back fixed. But down here in Florida, I know it is extremely expensive for home insurance, especially people in low-lying flood areas, especially people near the beach. Well, that's it for me today. Happy Memorial Day again. Also, shout out to my little sister Gigi. It is her 20th birthday today. Happy birthday to you. Love you. And let's have a good one.